Greetings, team. Just wanted to, we're going to walk you through a reset that we're going to be doing. It's a very simple one, and we're doing it for Staples, and we're calling this the Avery project. And this is one of three small projects that we're doing for Staples, and we're going to have short little calls on each one of the three. And we're using our consumer electronics team for this. Primarily because, for two reasons, it is a consumer electronics project, as well as the fact that Staples is a strategic partner of ours, and it's very important that we are able to execute this project extremely well, and that's why we're bringing you folks into the project. So, a couple of things for you to keep in mind. Number one is no assumptions, print your instructions. That should be our new motto, is that we always want to make sure that we have our instructions printed and that we're not assuming that we know everything about the project. Okay, so number one, also, make sure that you sign in and sign out properly. Shauna Carlson is going to walk you through that. The detail on that is very important and is absolutely required by Staples that we do this in the manner that they describe. And then the guts of the project is going to be that we're going to fix the three Avery category signs. At the end of this, we're going to need a great picture based on how the instructions call them out. You need, so there's great pictures that Shauna has provided on the instructions, and you need to make sure that you take a photo of it that is reflective of the work that was taking place. Also, stay on the call to the very end. We are going to provide a code for this that you'll need to have in order to be paid for this particular call. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Shauna now.
Thank you, Jeff. So as you said, we're going to be in the Staples store, and we have one objective. We're going to fix and or update 3 Avery signs in the Avery Shop and Shop. As he mentioned, you need to print out the project sheet. You must bring in the letter of authorization, the LOA. This is located in JET. You each will be receiving a retrofit kit that you will receive in the mail, 1 kit per location, a very small pack. It's the adhesive that will help adhere the signs to the backer. And you will also need to bring a camera or your smartphone because photos are required for this project, for our proof of performance. First step, as Jeff alluded to, you need to log into the vendor book that is located at the customer service desk. This is required by Staples and a very important step. The next step is to introduce yourself to the general manager, which is preferred, and if they are not around, check in with the manager on duty and present the letter of authorization to them, reviewing the project that you're going to be doing today. Also be sure to take down their name and their title and their email address for your call report. You will need this information. As you can see in the instructions on your page here, there are 2 views of this section you're going to be looking at. On the left-hand side, you're going to be seeing a planogram view. And on the right-hand side, you'll see an in-store view, an actual in-store snapshot of what you'll experience. This planogram is labeled the 758 planogram. So as you can see on the screen here, there are 3 different sections within this Avery Shop and Shop section. There is a mailing section, a shipping section, and a filing and organization section. All of these signs are very important for customers to identify each area and to make it more shoppable. Some of these signs have been falling down and they need our help. So that's why we're going to be here today, is to make sure that these signs are up and available for the customers to read. In some locations, you will not be able to see the sign, as it may have fallen down behind the shelf or be laying on the peg. And as you can see down here, here is an example of a sign that is lying on the peg. And so at a quick glance, you don't see a sign. You need to look very carefully around the area for the sign. So even if the sign is in place and looks fine, we are to update with the new adhesive. So it doesn't fall in the future. So this is important. A task still needs to be done if the signs are still up. Here is a picture of the envelope and the items that are inside the envelope. They're very simple adhesive tape pads. There's enough for the mailing sign, the shipping sign, and the filing and organizational sign. Bring these materials to the store. And as I have already mentioned, there you can see some signs have dropped down. In some locations, you'll need to ask for a step stool or a ladder. And be sure to work with the manager on duty to use one of those because you might not be able to reach up here and high. The next step is actually to remove the sign holder here and apply the protective backing from all 5 pads and stick the sign holder back onto the top of the back wall, as you can see in this diagram here. Very straightforward and simple. Make sure all 5 are in its place. And once in place, make sure you apply the pressure on each pad and hold it against the back sign up here at the top. As you can see, this is the end result. This is the mailing section. This is the shipping section, and here is the filing organizational section. A little hard to see here, but we have fixed these 3 signs here with the new adhesive, and we have taken a photo of the finished set. It is very important. You need to take a picture. It is required for our proof of performance. Last few steps before you leave, you need to review your work with the GM or the MOD to ask them to make sure that you've accomplished your job to their satisfaction and get their store sign up. Then you can exit after you have the vendor signed off in the vendor log at the customer service desk. Again, answer all the survey questions and be sure to upload the Avery category signage. Here's the picture. Jeff, that's all I have. Would you like to add anything?
Okay, Shauna, thank you very much. The last thing that I'll add is just a reminder. You need to log in and log out per the instructions and how Shauna just described it. You need to do the project correctly. Remember, no assumptions, print instructions, take a picture. And lastly, we mentioned that there's going to be a project code. So the phrase that pays is Staples Avery. Thank you very much.